Cops came and arrested her. Yes, it was her truck. She picked Nina up in front of Matt's house. And once Nina got inside her truck, she never came back. The cops searched her house and found 2 dead bodies in her basement. One was her husband, Mr. Smith, and the other was Nina. The entire college was shocked as hell. Miss Stanley murdered Nina? But why? After 2 days of strict interrogation, Miss Stanley finally confessed. She said her husband was cheating on her with Nina. He first saw her in OnlyFans and got into an affair with her. Miss Stanley said her husband was spending a lot of money on Nina. She fought and told her husband to leave her many times, but he never listened. I saw her confession tape. She was screaming and yelling. These girls think they own this world. I recognize that this is the bitch who warned my husband the moment I saw her mermaid tattoo. I had so much fun beating her to death when she screamed and screamed. I even made my husband watch her die. I said to him, "Are you not enjoying this, darling? You enjoyed it when she posed for you like a slut on OnlyFans. Are you not enjoying this now?" My best friend was beaten to death by this psycho woman. She stabbed her husband to death. Sometimes I sit in my room and wind that moment and take the call outside. If only I could win one time and make it right. My question. Fucking ASK. Like, what the? Are you serious?
Is anyone saying?
Let's go. I will show you what's cool. Guys, my wife's going into labor. I have to be offline, but sorry. What's so reckless? Heal me up, sweetie.
Hold on.
Oh, please, thanks. Keep going. Yes. Robbery. Folks incoming. Be careful with your knees.
Okay, come to me. I'm using my overhead.
Heal me. Swordsman, talk the boss.
Butt down. Good job.
That'll be the list. Hey, I just saw Angel Egg. I can't believe my eyes. Before starting the story, I would suggest you guys to go subscribe to the channel. It turns out that most of you guys who watch this aren't actually subscribed. So, if you like the content and want to support the channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell. It's free, and you can always change your mind later. There was a time when I used to visit this OnlyFans account a lot. I was a rich, spoiled kid back then. My dad bought me a car for my 18th birthday. Maybe because my parents too much affection, I cared less about others. I went to college, made new friends. My roommate George was a funny guy. He always seemed to joke and he pulled the legs of others. One day, George told me, "Do you know Molly runs an OnlyFans account? Her posts will set fire in your heart. If you know what I mean." I came home and logged onto this site, OnlyFans. I didn't intend to search for Molly, but somehow I got lost in this site. I was shocked to see some girls willing to go to any extent just for some money. I mean, at times, a lot of accounts felt way creepy and disturbing. There was this one girl's disgusting videos of licking apartment blood. I couldn't even understand why she did that. Honestly, I still don't. But let's get back to the story. So, one day I was scrolling through the site. My parents went to see a friend, so I was alone in the house. While randomly checking the account, I noticed the profile name, Leaky G. I subscribed with $5. The name made me curious, so I didn't think much before subscribing. The page started loading, so I went to the kitchen and grabbed some chips. I munched on the first chip, and the screen opened, flashing a beautiful girl's images. The girl looked so so young that I was sure she lied about her age on the site. I did not doubt that she was a minor. She was wearing revealing clothes and posing for the camera. But in all her pictures, her eyes were closed and she was lying on her bed. The way she posed, it looked like she was sleeping. I kind of liked her style. She was mysterious and different from most of the girls in OnlyFans. I texted her saying, "Hi, Sleepy Beauty. There is no doubt you are beautiful." Within a minute, she replied, "Hi, Jack. I like you already. I like the way you click your pictures. It's creative. Thanks, love. Would you like to see more?" Sure. She sent me a picture with $10 unlocked. I unlocked it and saw it was a picture of her bareback face to the camera. Wow. This skin is flawless. I texted. "Want to see more? How far are you willing to go, Jack?" She texted. "As far as you can take me." I was talking to her without hesitating because this is how this site works, right? You like someone's content, you ask for more, and they ask for money. If you want, you pay. Otherwise, you go for someone else. That night, I spent $100 on her photos. But in every photo, she kept her eyes closed. I went to sleep wondering how she would look if she opened her eyes. The next day, I told George about this girl. "Wait, what? $100 in one night? Are you insane? That girl surely made a fool of you. No one spends that much money on some naked pictures, bro." George replied. Even though he was right, I couldn't stay away from this girl. Every night before going to bed, I talked to this girl and gave her tokens of $30, sometimes $50. 4 days went by. She stopped coming online. I texted her, but she didn't see them or make me post. I got very upset. I think I kind of fell for her, unknowingly. Suddenly, one night, I started to get replies to my texts. I opened the OnlyFans app and saw she texted me back. I got extremely excited. "Where have you been all this time?" "Sorry, I got a bit busy." "So, did you miss me?" "Of course I did. I missed you a lot. I think I have fallen in love with you. You have got to tell me the name today." "What's in a name, Jack?" "I want to meet you. I can meet you anywhere. Just tell me when and where. I will be there." "Oh, you are so desperate. I like that in a man." "Please, don't joke with me. I seriously want to meet you and talk to you. I want to look into your eyes. Please, send me a video." "No, Jack, that's not possible. But I can send you some other pictures which you will like." Without waiting for my reply, she sent me her picture wearing blue sleepwear. And her skin looked excessively pale. She was lying on the bed in the same manner. Usually, she took her pictures from a side view. I always guessed she used to use a tripod, but this picture was taken from a top view. Like someone took this picture for her. The body was unusually stretched on the bed. I noticed bruises on her ankles. "Oh my God, are you hurt? How did you get bruises?" "What? Oh, that's nothing. I was doing a photo shoot. It was a themed photo shoot. I have a lot of money. I can take care of you. You don't have to work like this anymore. Please, leave it once. I assure you, you will have a great time with me." But she went offline without replying to my last text. I couldn't sleep the entire night. I thought maybe I freaked her out. Maybe she only cares about the money and doesn't want to reveal herself. Next morning, when I woke up, I see Sleepy Beauty blocked me from her account. I felt heartbroken. I stopped going out on meeting friends. I kind of isolated myself from everyone. One day, I was sitting in my room scrolling my Facebook feed when I saw her again. But what I saw shocked the hell out of me. It was a missing advertisement with a picture in the middle. It was that same girl from OnlyFans, except her eyes were open this time. It read, "Vicious, Cassandra, a 15-year-old girl. Height, 5'4". Fair complexion, round face. It had been missing for the last month. She was wearing a white shirt and blue skirt and was carrying a school bag when seen last. She was coming home from school, and that was the last time anyone saw her. Please contact us if you get any information about our little girl. We are details in panic. Contact Benson Smith, father. Gina Smith, mother. 704-050-020. I stood in my room to figure out everything. I then ran to my dad and told him everything. We went to the cops and contacted her parents as well. I saved all her pictures that she sent me so far. The last one. I I understood why all this time her eyes were closed. Her abductor drugged her and clicked those pictures. I bet he is the one who texted me for money. But I was extremely worried because that guy had hurt her, which is why she got so close. The cops tracked down the profile and found the culprit. There was a 40-year-old man living in a secluded cabin out of the city. He stalked his daughter and kidnapped her on her way home. Unfortunately, when the cops broke in, they found the man trying to destroy her body by lighting it on fire. Yes, she was dead. The girl must have woken up from her state of trance and tried to fight this guy, and he hit her in the head with a blunt object. She died right at that moment. What disgusted me to the core was, the man tried to earn money by shooting pictures of her dead body as well. That's why she seemed unusually pale to me in the last picture. I deleted those pictures from my phone. The man got convicted for the charge of abduction and murder. Cassandra's parents left the city and moved away. I don't go to OnlyFans anymore. I wish her soul to rest in peace. I recently moved my OnlyFans account. Sometimes in life, one incident changes everything. That's exactly what happened to me. I am still trying to recover from the hit. I hope you all will be. I am Emily, currently 20 years old. My dad lives with my stepmom now. I often see them during holidays. When I was 15, my mother died of cancer. My stepmom was quite fond of me, so as soon as I turned 18, I moved out. I wanted to make a living on my own, thus I took a job in a beauty salon. The beauty salon didn't pay much, and I needed more money to survive on my own. One of my coworkers named Lucy told me about OnlyFans. I heard people saying this is an adult site and it has risks of its own, but I was young. I opened an account by using my real name. That is, as I checked out other accounts, I realized this is an easy way to earn a lot of money. All you have to do is show me the gift. I did shy off at first. With time, I started to take pictures of myself wearing beautiful clothes. I didn't hesitate to reveal my face as well. In a month or two, lots of men started to subscribe to my account. I got lots of compliments. Some of them even agreed to pay me $50, $60 for my one intimate picture. I didn't think much because the money was good and all I had to do was post a picture or chat with it. I didn't tell my parents about this because, obviously, I didn't want them to know. I knew they wouldn't understand that. My dad would get very angry at me. Days passed, and my fan base grew. One night, after coming home from work, I changed into my nightgown and decided to click some pictures. I live in a one-story small wooden house. I stood in front of the mirror of my bedroom with my eyes winking. There's a big window in my room. I saw a truck was parked on the sidewalk next to my house, and a man was sitting in the driver's seat, watching me. He had big ugly eyes. I could see a grin on his face. Even though the man noticed me watching him, he didn't drive away. He sat there and watched me. I ignored him, thinking he would leave soon, but every time I clicked the picture and looked at his truck, I saw him watching me with hungry eyes. The stare freaked me out. At a point, I walked towards the window and closed the curtain. I turned off my room light and went to hear the truck drive away. The man. A different. That's why GoDaddy does more to help you find a name. You can create yourself and get found online, so any small business can make a name. We need a new generation of thinking. Your way of thinking. Start different at GoDaddy.com. Man waited for a few minutes and then finally started the engine. I heard the sound of the bleeding. The next morning when I woke up, I got a weird comment from a fan named Ford. He commented on one of my pictures from last night. You don't have to hide. I ain't watching you. Okay, so this is the same guy from last night. God knows how he got my address. Fucking creepy, I said to myself. But there are people like this everywhere, so I didn't pay much attention. Also, he was a subscribed fan, and he too paid for my content also. One day, I was driving home from work. Suddenly, I realized the truck is following me. At first, it didn't click. But when I stopped at a signal, that truck came beside my car, and I saw it was Ford. That creepy guy. This time, he was closer, so I could see his entire face. I recognized him with those wide, still eyes. He didn't say anything, car windows were already up. The signal was just about to end when Boris made a weird sound with his mouth like the way we call a dog. I looked at him immediately and he spat on my car window. I went into shock thinking, what just happened? And drove away. The entire night, I cried myself to sleep. I wanted to go to the cops, but I feared my dad would come to know about me. I removed my account and quit OnlyFans immediately. I wanted this trip to leave alone. When I didn't go to work for 2 or 3 days, Lucy came to me. What happened, Junior? Is everything all right? I couldn't keep it in. I broke into tears and told Lucy how this creepy guy stalks me wherever I go. Lucy calmed me down and said, why don't you tell your parents to come and stay with you for a while? I thought it can't be a good idea. My dad came in. After a lot of hesitation, I sat down with him and told him about this creepy guy and all the other details. He was pissed at me for obviously such a way for earning money, but moreover, he was relieved that I was safe. We decided to go to the cops first thing in the morning. But that night, something happened that ruined my life forever. It was around 11:30. I was sleeping in my room. My father was watching a football game in the living room. I have always been a light sleeper. I could hear the low volume of the TV, but another sound had it. A clicking sound of the glass window of my room. I got up slowly. This jerk must have returned, I thought to myself. I decided to trap him this time. So I went slowly towards the window without making any sound. I just thought to peek outside and make sure it's there so that I can immediately call the cops and get him arrested right then. I didn't want him to see me, so I crouched on the floor and called the window. I moved the curtain just a little bit to fit my eyes in the window. As soon as I placed my eyes on the window, I saw another pair of eyes already stuck on the ground. It was that psycho freak crouched down at my window, looking directly into my eyes. For a second, I just froze. My eyes were dead still as they met his cold, lifeless stare. Didn't move or blink. I can never forget this shit scared me. Suddenly, he lifted his face and grinned at me in the most demonic way possible. I screamed to the top of my lungs and fell on the floor. My father came rushing to my room and he saw that man standing right in front of my window. Screamed at him. Psycho, I will kill you. He then took out the baseball bat right under my bed and ran outside. Boris didn't expect my father to be at home, so out of panic he ran towards the truck to escape. But my dad was faster. I ran behind him too, and I saw my dad hitting Boris on the head from the back. Boris screamed and fell on the floor. He was throbbing in pain, but at the same time, he kept saying to my father, your daughter is a whore. How dare you hit me for that slut? My father went to hit him again in anger, but Boris took out a revolver and shot him. No! I ran towards Dad. He fell on the floor bleeding like hell. Boris got in his truck and drove away. My neighbors came out hearing the gunshot. They took my father to the hospital. I called the cops and told them everything while sobbing in fear. The cops arrested Boris within 2 days. My dad recovered in the hospital. Thankfully, the bullet went through his shoulder and not his heart. Otherwise, he would have been dead. Many members of my family rebuked me for bringing all this on my father. My stepmom cut all ties with me, took my father back to California. She doesn't let me talk to him anymore. She said it would have been better if Boris shot me instead of my father. I know I made a mistake for trusting a risky site to earn money. Sometimes I feel like I should give up on life. But then I think, was all of that only my fault?
Hell of shit I gotta take off. Damn, cause hell of shit I'm gonna have to put it right back on. That's a damn shame. Alright, car's empty now. Keep that up. Do I want to? I actually don't want to fix it like that. I might just fix the rims. If they're actually fixable. That's not fixable at all. I know the rims are fixable or not, but they don't look fixable. Really don't feel like fixing that shit, so I'm just gonna scrap it all. Yeah, Doritos. Yeah. Thank you. Uh huh. Oh shit, it is hot as fuck. Oh, I got it. But I didn't get that one. Got that one. But I ain't really worried about it. This shit's so damn hot. Bro, it's like 2 damn pages left. Oh my god. I might just sell it. Oh, good thing I have to sell it. Alright, that's all done. Now we can start on the engine first. Alright, all that's actually out of there. Let's get the seats and shit out, because we're not keeping those seats. I just put the seats in there just to see what the hell, would it start or not. Those are not really good. Alright, let's go. Start on the super engine. Alright, I'm parked. Alright, so I need that. 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 Alright. Engine block, don't need the front shock absorber cap. That's actually gonna come in later. Alternator. Thought I had an alternator. I don't think so. Alright, bow. Car part. I guess we can grab two of these since we're here. Because we're actually gonna need these two anyway. Alright. Did I get all of it that I needed? I didn't get the camshaft V8. I thought I grabbed it. Right. I think it's the V8 ones that I need. Oh, this Pistons recorders. You know what I'm saying? I actually forgot to grab these. Oh my god. Two, 4, 6, 8, 16. Alrighty then, let's go get, what's it called? I'm going down here first. We don't need that, we don't need that. I don't think we need to release Barons, but no, we don't. Alright, raw push, you don't need that. Grab 4s, just need 2 of those. Alright, now we go here. We need 2, 4, 6, 8. We need 16. And we need this. Alright. We need another belt. I don't think we can get record orange like that though, but if we could, then that would be great. Performance part record orange. Some good performance part record orange on there. Okay, on to the next side. Bro, this is like hella fucking shiny right there. I'm like literally the only one that's fucking hot. Fucking summer. Hurry up and leave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Gonna make 16 of those too. Think I just, I still have fucking spark plugs that I'm just so damn not used to knowing in their gut. That's my fault. Alright. Just buying shit that I don't need right now. Okay, rocket arms, can't buy those. So I can buy this though. And I come here and buy the rocket arms. I need 16. Just 16, don't need all that. Did I buy the clips? Yeah, I put the clips on there, I think. I should be on there. Shit. I don't feel like taking out this shit apart just to make sure I got the clips on there. I did buy 2 clips, so yeah, I think I put them on there. It'd be a waste of time trying to figure that out now. It'd really be a waste of time if yeah, the clips on there. Thank you. Yeah, the clips on there. I ain't gotta worry about that. I see it. It is hot. The next guard dog, I don't remember. I got some damn muscle claws already. Okay, let's see. Wrong button. Well, dang. I was in the right area first. Okay, just need 1. And this one. Just erase all the list. Look at that one going up. Alright. Let's go. I did not grab the. Nope. Okay. That's my fault. I did not grab what I needed. Alright, we got it. Oh, we need a fan. Oh, yeah, the fan. So, let's see if we can actually buy a high performance radiator fan. Nope. That was my retarded fault thinking that. Alright, we're going to get that fan. That's everything right there, though, so. Engine is complete. Alright. Scoop air filter, we're gonna need 2 of those. Right here. I got no high performance air filter, scoop air filter, so we gotta get 2 of these here. Put you right there. Alright, now let's see if we can actually get this bitch high performance. Nope. Yep. Alright, so we're gonna go with that there. That's it. I just sit on top. No screwing down. Okay. Alright, now let's take it off from there. That should have been everything. Install engine. Yeah, I think I got everything in there. Oh, you know what? I don't. I actually completed this whole down. Well, technically, I could just do that shit from the bottom when I'm fixing anything else. So, doesn't even matter. It's all car. I'll lift you up. We can buy those now. Because I literally did not go to the bottom. After the engine looking all nice and shit, then I go look at the bottom. Alright, so we're going to need 2, 4, 6, 8. 3 of these, so. Eight. And I think it was 3. You gonna need the oil pan. I keep forgetting I gotta get a whole lot of shit. I don't care about it right now. Well, now the engine is completed. Let's just go to custom gearbox. That one. Get rid of everything else. I wish they would let us build a gearbox. That would have been kind of dope. Alright. We're gonna need a starter. See if we can. Actually, I wanna see. Nope, can't get no. Can't get no starter from there like that, so we're gonna put that one in there. Oh yeah, that looks dope. Everything looks all clean and shit. Alright. Oh, we can move you now. Okay, I'm back. Alright, now we can start on this steam green wiggly shit. So we're gonna need you, one need you, one need you, one need you. Two of you. Alright, we can get that right now, so. I want to see something started on the first way bar. No. Oh. Steering rack, no. 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 Alright, so. My dumbass. Fuck shit up. Alright, so we just need one. I just grabbed. We're gonna need 2 of those. We just need 1 of those. We just need 1 of those. I'm gonna actually bring it down. Need 2 of those, 2 of those, 2 of those. 2 of those. So and a play rod, 2. Bottom arm suspension, 2. Upper arm suspension, 2. And 2. Alright, man. to basically just work on one arm. One side of the car. Suspension should be. I don't think I upgraded it. Got the stuff up there yet, so. Alright. Running two of those. Two of those. Running two of those. But for right now, let's go put our joint part. Trade joint parts. Don't need you right now, so. Alright. Alright, let's grab what we're gonna need. Front axle cover. Got it. Alright, we're gonna get 2. Auto tie rod 2. Front wheel hub 2. Alright. One thing, we'll need 8 of these. Move hook bearing 2, break this 2. Oh, we're gonna need 2 of every fucking thing, maybe, I don't know. Let's go 12. Just to make sure. 2, 2, alright. Two, 1, 2, so. Wait, there has some of those in the back too, so that's gonna be an easy fix right there. Oh, I don't even think the tires are. Yeah, we're gonna need. Alright, so this one we're gonna do. Go out of here, go in there, go back in there, go to brakes, brake clips. Then you're gonna need 4, so grab 4 of these. Grab one of these. If I'm not mistaken, I think the back had these. Oh, yeah. I grabbed the wrong damn thing. Alright. I'll fix everything else. It doesn't really matter. We're not putting the tire on just yet. Because I ain't got no tire for it. Oh yeah, I don't know why I thought I grabbed it. Good, it's my fault. Take. I'm gonna worry about the upside and the inside of it later. I don't even think this bitch had a battery. I was like, no, I won't pay attention if it had a battery or not. I don't even think it has a battery. Alright, yeah, that's good. We ain't putting nothing else right there, so. So we're working our way to the back, right? So let's work our way to the back. Is these the same pipes? Yep. Okay, little muffler. Red muffler. Alright, let's go buy some shit. I think half the mufflers. Come on, guys. Middle muffler, we're gonna need 2. Alright, so it's only the middle muffler, so. Alright, so we got that out, red muffler, we're gonna grab that. These 3 axles, we're gonna grab that. Knock that on out. Let's see about that. If the drive shift can be high performance. I don't think so though. No. Alright, good. Now we're gonna need 2 of these, a gas tank, fuel pump, leaf springs, 2 of those. But we're gonna work on the outside first. Okay. Wait, do I already got 2 of these? No. What the fuck did I have? Oh, okay. I didn't need rubber bashings, but okay. Okay. Alright, we already got the dry shield. First shock absorbers, we're gonna need 2. Fuel tank, we just only need 1. Leaf springs, we're gonna need 2. We're gonna need 2. We don't need the rubber bushings. I can just get those whenever the hell I feel like it. Alright, we got leaf springs. Oh, we need small rubber bushings. Okay. So I gotta get those. Okay. Let's booty. I think we just need 4 if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna need 2 of those. What do I need more? I know I need more. U-bolts. 4, we're just gonna need. I was just about to buy 8 like that last. Alright, good. Alright, put the small little bush on. Alright. Working our way around. Don't really think I need another small one, so that's a good thing. Alright, on our way around now. Oop, wrong damn thing. Alright. We're gonna need 2 of those. Why does I keep doing that? 2. And if I got some, I'm gonna be pissed off. Nope, but I'm gonna need 2 of those. We already got some of those. I think we got the horseshoes. 2. brake drums. Great. I keep forgetting about the brake drums and shit. Okay. I'm going to... Alright, that was pretty much it. Alright, that's completed. This side. That shit really sticking out the back of the car though. That's crazy. Alright, now the wheels separate. I don't think we're gonna be able to repair these. What's the 14 inches? No, you just want to separate. I really don't think the wheels are actually good. Nope. So we're gonna need that. The wheels are not good at all, so that's not good. Rims. Alright, so could just buy some different rims though. Actually like these right here. Might change the color black. Actually, these might look dope, yeah. Buy some dubs. I have buy some dubs, man. Dubs will work. Alright, now we got that. Let's go for tires. I gotta remember how to actually do the tires so they won't look so damn retarded. We're just gonna paint it black. So I might want to get some thinking about some racing tires though. Motherfucker all souped up. 75 bar 14 because they're 14s, but I got 20s on them. Let's go with this. I'm gonna go 4 size dubs. 255 profile 30. See how slick them tires are gonna be installed. Oh, that's actually good. Ain't going no bigger than no does. Depends on what car it is though. I can just actually install the rest of them. Can I actually lift it down now? Because I ain't got nothing to wear but on one. Actually, that actually looks dope. Will fit just right up in that hole. That's what's up. Oh yeah, that fit just right. Should've put some 22s there. What I was thinking. My 22s probably a bit too big for the front. Yeah, 22 is probably been too big for the front. And probably the back, probably 21s would have been a good even amount. Okay, now all we got left is to put the bodywork back together, so. Smoke card, entry A. Okay, time to start fixing this damn body. Alright, so we're gonna need front bumper, right headlights, left headlights. We're gonna need a different hood, customizable hood, window. Wasn't done. And a license plate. Cool, just one license plate. That makes it a lot better. Alright, so do we want to go to body shop tuning? This is not gonna work out. So we'll go buy one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those. Yeah, I just bought the same fucking shit. I hope I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, that's on me. Okay. That's look obsoletely weird. Whatever. It's there. Alright, which one look better? I don't want chrome. Well, that motherfucker looking dope though. Same one, yeah. And then by the left door? Did I buy the trunk? Nope, I ain't buy shit. It was just this shit. Okay. So I'm about to go to the regular body work. We're gonna need a left door window, right door window, bumper. I think I bought that. So trunk and that might work out right there. Rear window. Yeah, I already bought the even the mirrors, so that's cool. That motherfucker actually looking dope. I'm gonna paint it black though. It looks clean black like that. Alright, now we're gonna need to get the interior right. So we're gonna need one, 3. We can literally. Alright, so. Interior shop. License plates. I'll need 2 of those anyway, so interior shop, so. I'll need 2. Oh my god, come on. We didn't need no damn. Oh fuck, I'll just buy a steering wheel, doesn't even matter. Like that baby looking ready to go now. Let's go here. Well, that top looks weird. Whatever. Engine can't start. Ah. When I had this shit ready to go and everything, this motherfucker can't even start. Alright, let's. I actually don't need to go up no more, so that's a good thing. So, alright, so we're gonna need to buy that. I already bought that. We're gonna need the battery, so radiator. Fuse box. That's pretty much it. I do have a battery. Cool. I need to buy no battery. Alright. That makes a lot more better sense. Okay. So we're going here, going out, going. I guess we're going here. But first, this isn't all this shit. Alright. We're gonna need that. We're gonna need that. We're gonna need that. Fuse box. It's electronics. Alright, so now we got all that ready. I was literally just about to go start this car with nothing in there. Like, it can start. I already had a radiator? Wait, I already had a radiator? I actually did have an extra radiator. That's my fault. 1, 2, 3, 1. Alright. Now that we're here, let's grab the radiator C. I think I just needed 1, I don't remember. Yeah, I just needed 1. 1, 2, 3. Fuse box. Alright, that was it. That should be all of it that I needed. Now on the top. Last one. Alright. Now, motherfuckers should be ready to drive. Alright, let's move you to Dino. We're not going to. The engine can't start. It's a starter in there. Hell man, engine can't start. What the hell am I missing? Yeah, it should have started right there. Oh. My dumb ass. I really have to put it on the down. Yeah, I forgot. I don't even know what the fuck it's called. Fuel pump? I don't think it's a fuel pump though. All I need to do is just level it up. One big time. It is a fuel pump. Oh my god. Oh, you know. Whatever. I'm just gonna grab a regular fuel pump. But I thought they had a thought I got an expensive fuel pump. Yeah. That car should be able to move and drive and move and drive. I literally forgot it. Alright, there we go. Witch Queen. I can't wait.
I'll even give you access to it, as long as you promise to only use it on people you have permission to use it on. Like yourself or your friends. Use it on your friends, that'll be fun. Did I mention I also built a botnet, which is kind of crazy. If you don't know what that is, you'll find out. Anyways, let's get into it. And also a huge shout out to IT Pro TV. They are the official sponsor of this series. I actually used their stuff to prepare for this video and learn about denial of service and all the attacks we can use. So if you want to go deeper into hacking or anything else in IT, check it out. Got a link below. You'll get 30% off forever, so check it out. Now the stuff I bought is crazy. Like, let me show you real quick. Here's one of these. It's a tool called Sapphira, and this thing is scary. It's $5 great, and it's sophisticated. I can watch as I scroll through this thing. I mean, a lot of code, a lot of cool things going on, and I'll show you how to use it. I even built a bot, which is an army of servers that will attack using this code all at the same time. That's actually called a distributed denial of service attack, or DDoS. But do you know what the scariest part about a DOS attack is? It's crazy easy to do an attack like this. Like, anyone can do it, and you can cause some serious damage. And honestly, you don't even need scary dark web scripts like I have. You don't have to go there. In fact, you should. Do not go on the dark web. Now, one of the tools you can download and use right now is the low orbit ion candy. This thing's crazy.
Go on the dark web.
Check this out. So I've got my web server. Works fine. I'm actually using it from another server as well. You can see how healthy it is.
No, I kind of think I want this motherfucker black.
Responding back, and that's how long it takes. We use the Ion Cannon. Check this out. Again, you can do this easily. Windows, Mac, Linux. You can get this free tool and mess with your family and friends. So I put in my IP. 10.7.1.50. That's my web server here. I'm gonna lock in.
Oh yeah, that looks
Target's
dope.
ready. Or I'm ready. He's not ready. My method will be UDP. So I'm about to DOS attack myself. Now please, again, don't attack anyone without permission. You can't go to jail for this. People have gone to jail for this, so be careful. Anyways, I'm in charge of my laser. Go. It's flooding. It's going. It's fly. Like, look at this. Look at all the traffic I'm sending right now. Notice over here. We are affecting the server. It's gone from sub-millisecond response time to, almost 2 milliseconds. 2, 3, look at that. Now, I know for some of you that's like, well, that was kind of underwhelming. Why isn't it taking down the server? Why isn't the cannon just blasting away? I'll talk about that in a second. But just know that when we're DOS and stuff, using denial of service, we basically have 2 goals. We want to overwhelm or confuse or both. We want to overwhelm that server with a bunch of stuff. That's what we're doing here. We're sticking a bunch of internet traffic. We just use the heck out of that server and overwhelm it. But we still couldn't take it down. Why? Let me show you. Denial of service started out with just a
Alright, I actually like that one better.
And by the way, this is harmless. This is what actually we use to see if servers are up. We say, hey, are you up? And they respond, yes, we are. And that's beautiful. We see that all the time. But how can we want to
Oh yeah, that looks dope.
So they think, okay, what if I'm not spinning a every second? What if I'm
That's what it says. This motherfucker won't spin out of control.
really fast? I can overwhelm that server. Something like this. I can use a popular hacking tool called HTTP3, which you can install most Linux distributions. Just apt install HTTP3. But here we go. The switch I'll use is -1 for a ping ICMP protocol. I'll do a --flood, which basically means we're going to send as many pings as we possibly can, as fast as we can. We're just going to overload the server. And then my target, 10.7.1.50. And let's go. So now it's sending a ton of traffic right now. And, but what we'll notice too is that if I look back at my ping on my server, the time really hasn't changed much. Honestly, it really hasn't changed at all. But why? Well, the simple answer is that it's just not enough traffic to overwhelm my server. It's got plenty of bandwidth to handle all another server, and that should be enough. Let's see if anything happens. Okay, we're actually seeing something now. This is significant. Watch this. We've gone from sub-millisecond to, at times, 19 milliseconds, which is huge on a local LAN. So now we have all this traffic going to the server. He's handling all these pings, which is stressful for him, and we're using up the bandwidth. This is what we call a distributed denial of service attack, or a DDoS attack, because we're using multiple computers to attack our target. Because you know what? One computer, one NIC, one processor and memory isn't quite enough to attack and just confuse and overwhelm a server. We need multiple. Now again, this is not hard to do. You get a few servers spun up, you run hping3, and you can overwhelm a device. Now this attack is called a ping flood, or a ICMP flood. And again, it just takes advantage of a protocol and a tool that we all use, all IT people use to make sure things are up. But we use it to take it down, which is kind of cool. Now the problem with this attack is that it's pretty easy to defeat. All you gotta do is turn off ICMP on your server, turn off ping, turn it off to where your server does not respond to pings, and you can't attack it anymore. Done. How lame. So attacks like an ICMP flood, there's even an attack called a ping of death, which sounds awesome, but it doesn't work anymore. The ping of death was cool because you could send a super, just heavy, large packet to your victim, so large they couldn't handle it, and it would cause them just to feel overwhelmed, buffer overflows. It doesn't work anymore. So if these don't work anymore, then what do we do now? Well, we get smarter. We make our attacks more complex. We find something else. And that's what happened. We shut all my attacks down. And this is exactly why I want to show you these DDoS scripts I downloaded from the dark web. They have become more complex, and they are insane and crazy. But we're going to build up to that, so let's keep going. So getting back into the mind of a hacker, hackers, they just try to find ways to make good things into bad things. One of those things is the TCP protocol, which is how we connect to our websites. When I want to access a website on the server, I connect to the TCP port 80 or 443, and to establish that connection, we have a thing called the three-way handshake. This happens every single time, so basically, let's say me, over here, my beard, I copy it. When I connect to that website, I'm going to do a three-way handshake. It looks like this. I send a SYN request. The server will then respond back with a SYN ACK request, and then I respond back with an ACK. And then my connection is established, and we can communicate. So see, hackers saw this, and they go, hey, we can screw this up a little bit. Let's do that. This attack is called a SYN flood attack. We're going to take advantage of the three-way handshake. We're basically going, hey, nice to meet you. Oh, and we're doing that like 50,000 times.
But I'm going from just a regular person to a hacker, and what I'm going to do now is send that send request to open a connection, but then just not reply back. But what I'm going to keep doing is sending a ton more send requests. I'm going to keep sending them like crazy. Sending them. The goal here is, again, to overwhelm the server with so many connection requests that he can't handle it. Because, a server can only handle a certain amount of connections before he's like, ah! So let's do this. We've used the same tool before. It's a powerful tool. Now, before I use the switch dash 1 to make it nice, I'm not going to do that now. It's default. So we're going to use three-way handshake now. I'm going to attack port 80 because this is a web server we're attacking. Then I'll use the switch dash uppercase. This is for our send attack. I'm going to do dash dash flood, kill the server, and of course, my target. .7.1.50. So let's add one more thing here. I'm going to make it a bit bigger too. Let's add some data to that packet. So I'll do dash D. Let's add 2 devices. Ready? Set? Go. Now, as before, we're not seeing a big hit on the server. It's just me. And it's hard for one person, one computer, one attacker to overwhelm a server. Let's bring in our friends. Let's take this from a simple DOS attack to a DDoS attack. 1 server, 2 servers, 3 servers. That should be enough. Let's take a look now. Okay, he's still on the page. Look at that! Now I'm not going to punch, aren't we? We are overwhelming the server. 40 milliseconds of latency. Let's see the website is on. Having a hard time. Not even loading at all. Try my iPad. Yeah, not loading on my iPad at all. Look,
Can't get full throttle.
he's definitely struggling. So he has, yeah, he's dying. So again, this is where our attacks become more sophisticated. Send flood attack. It's kind of exploiting the way it's supposed to work. But we make it back. Doing a lot of handshakes. For hackers. Now this works great, but it's not perfect. Let me tell you why. Most servers on the internet are going to have some type of security, right? And that often comes in the form of a firewall. That's my firewall. I know what that is. And when we're seeing attacks like this, the firewall can't just on. So let's say we just start sending a ton of send flood attacks from a bunch of different machines. It won't take long for the firewall to go, oh, well, I'm getting attacked. I'm going to shut those down right now. Just block the IP. And do that quickly, resolve it really fast. And in a lot of cases, these attacks don't even matter. Like, it's like swatting a fly through a firewall. Like, oh, leave me alone. Here's where the scripts I find on the dark web come into play. They go far beyond just simple send-flood attacks, or pings or anything. They're pretty sophisticated. Check them out. Here we are looking back at Sapphire, which honestly is a pretty nasty DDoS attack. And here's why. Remember how I said the firewall can detect when an attack is happening and just shut them down, making it harder for attackers to attack. This is where scripts like this come in. So the attacker, once again me, with my beard and coffee, when I run this Sapphire script,
Except my beard copy.
protocol specifically. This is actually an attack called an HTTP flood attack. And what it will do is it will send a ton of HTTP GET requests, which are normal things that happen all the time. When you go to connect to a website, you want to access the home page, you're sending a GET request saying, get me that home page, and then the web server sends it back to you. So it's a legitimate thing. And again, remember, hackers take advantage of legitimate things but make them bad. So what we do with Sapphire is we send not one GET request, but a ton of GET requests, as we do when we do DOS attacks. But you see, these aren't just normal GET requests, because if we sent them as regular GET requests and they were all the same, well, that firewall would catch on real quick, wouldn't they? They would see, oh, these IPs are sending these GET requests, and they all look really similar. I'm going to shut them down. But see, that's where a script like this comes in, and here's what it does. I'll scroll through it here real quick. It pulls all of these headers. Like, as I'm scrolling through here, these are all different headers it'll use to construct unique GET requests, changing the user agents, pretty much everything about the request to make it look unique. This script alone can compile 1 million unique GET requests and just bam, 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 attack. Oh, I was moving around a lot. And when I get to the end, you kind of see the guts
Damn,
of how it actually
132,000?
takes that information and constructs all these GET
I like it.
attacks. And again, the goal of this script is to overwhelm and confuse the server. Now, this guy's bad enough just from one computer, but imagine you have it distributed amongst a bunch of computers. And let me try it right now. I'll show you how to run the script. And honestly, I told you I got this off the dark web, and I did. I paid Bitcoin with that sucker. But then I later found out you can just download these for free on GitHub. So, yeah. And this is not the only one, though. There's a ton of them. You want to see? Check this out. If I jump into my anonymous folder here, look at all these different scripts I have. You may be familiar with a few of these, but man, they're cool. And the fun part is we get to not only test them out, but we can go into the scripts and look at how the Python was constructed. How do they do this? And we can learn ourselves, Now running them is really, really simple. I just do Python, specify the script I'm going to run, so this will be Sapphira.py, and then my web server URL. So http:// and then just .7.1.50, and it's going to do it. Done. Starting the attack. Like, that's that easy. Like, weird how easy that is, right? Now, I am doing a DDoS attack right now. I have this tool running on all of my servers. And what I'm noticing, it doesn't have the effect I was kind of hoping for. I don't see a lot of impact. And I'm thinking a tool like this is meant to be more hidden and more efficient, or I'm just using it. But I did do some Wireshark captures.
Go to the junkyard. I don't feel like working on that in the car.
Welcome to Marvel Strike Force. Today we're going... Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka A-Drive. I'm bringing you guys a brand new video today, and today we're diving into my team for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl Bug Edition. I posted a video...
I met Nathan when I was a freshman in high school.
That is a month ago. Over Island, like I caught a new story.
Flag football, we were put in the same team. He was cute and funny and a good person to be around, so we became friends pretty fast. Nathan was a year older than me, so we didn't have any other classes together, and we didn't have the same lunch.
See, is there any good car here? Mike can find a barn.
Also occasionally hang out before school,
Map.
walk onto the school grounds
No
together
barn
because
map.
we arrived around the same time. Our friendship grew rapidly. He asked me out a couple
No
of times,
barn map.
even though
I actually
was
want a barn map,
really
and I can't find one.
in a long-distance relationship at the time and didn't want to cheat. Turns out the guy I was dating was a catfish, but that's another story for another time. I don't know when it happened, but eventually we drifted away.
I'll find a cool looking car, I'm gonna grab it.
He didn't talk to me that much. He hung out with some other groups of friends who I didn't know.
No barn map.
Occasionally
God
waved at each other
damn, this
and had
place
brief
don't never have a damn
conversations,
barn
but
map for
didn't
you.
really talk much. Our friendship
No
died, and it
barn
was
map.
painful for me at first, but with the mental illnesses I had going on and the stress of school, I eventually moved on. Around
No
sophomore
barn
year,
map.
when he was a junior, we started talking again. We were both trying out for a play and
No
helped each
barn
other on
map.
their scenes, and we talked about our lives and how
That's
school
all
was.
up in that junk.
We were friends again. He didn't get in the play, but
Every time I see this car, it only got like
to show
fucking
his support,
two or
good again.
one ring.
Halfway through junior year, I had to move to a different state.
How much they want for it?
It was a very painful move, and I was very depressed and angry. I tried
Oh,
keeping
they don't mind. I got the money to buy it, but I don't want to buy it.
I eventually lost contact with most of them, only occasionally talking to them once in a great while.
I'm actually just looking for a
Nathan
damn
was
barn
one of
map.
those friends I occasionally spoke to. I often wondered if I should try to reach out more, but I was busy with life, and so were they. And I told
Oh,
myself
so you ain't got no
I'd
engine?
eventually talk to them
Cool.
another day. But Nathan
This
wouldn't be there. On April 2017, Nathan was
basically
his friend Salvador.
another
I don't
Firebird.
want to go into a lot of detail about it, but Salvador put a video on Snapchat.
I'll think about it.
Begging for his life. I think
Yeah, barn
Salvador
map.
also took a photo of himself wearing bloody clothes. I was floored when I read the news. I didn't know what to do, what to say, how to react. I was heartbroken that a friend I was once so close to was now gone after a violent murder. I was also angry, furious that it happened to him. He was a good person. He didn't deserve a death like that. It's a very strange feeling when someone you knew and were once very close to is suddenly gone. I felt numb and it felt unreal. It still feels unreal. I'm still angry and sad that this happened. That someone Nathan saw as a friend could hurt him and could record audio, hearing him begging, crying, still end his life. I just don't understand. It's been over a year and I'm still hurting. I have a lot of regret. I wish I had spoken to him more, spent more time with him, been a better friend. I wish there was something I could have done, but I know that would have been impossible for me to do. I didn't know Salvador and I was thousands of miles away. There was nothing I could have done even if I wanted to, and that makes me angry too. Salvador was sentenced to 25 to life in prison. He
tried to plead not guilty due to insanity, but was found sane during the time of the crime. But I feel there's no real closure. There wasn't a reason for the killing. He just did it. He took my friend away from me, and he took Matham away from his family and friends. I never get to talk to Matham again. His family will never see him again. His friends will never see him again. He's gone, and Salvador is alive, and it's not fair. I hope he rots for what he did.
I think I just saw this car. No, it was all different car.
I don't view myself as a
Might
bad
look kind
person,
of dope
but
after
I
you
think
fix this
people
shit
are
up.
capable of bad things.
I
in
actually
times
like
of
how it
stress.
closes and
I
open.
bet most people can relate to this. I'm
You know what?
15,
Fuck it.
and I live in
How much I
Salina,
want for it?
Kansas.
I'll
My
buy it.
first year of high school was really rough. I got
Crap
into fights.
working.
I often got jumped throughout the week. And I found myself in more trouble than I'm worth. It was
Oh, that's
only
kind of
recently
suck. Only
that I
got
was
one
able to
barn
get myself
yard.
back on
Barn
track.
map.
Anyway, let's go back
Did
to
I look
last
over in the
Christmas,
junkyard?
2016.
Yeah, I did.
It wasn't crazy cold in Kansas that year.
Started laughing
So I
because of a
went
piece
on
of
midnight
shit.
skates like I always do. I was talking to this girl. She had no interest in me. I'd already tried to hit on her before, but she shut me down. Days later of not talking to her, I got a Snapchat from her. And the moment I saw the notification, I was excited. I was a girl-crazy boy back then, just like anyone my age, I guess. When I opened Snapchat, I saw that it was a simple hey, and I wrote back right away. All I could think of to write back was hey, without losing my cool. Her picture, though, was odd, because when she messaged me back, she sent me a picture of her body. I was shocked. I didn't know she was like that. I asked her what that was for, and I even thanked her. Being the excitable teenager I was, probably not the best thing to say at the time. But she didn't give me a response. It was weird. You don't just send someone those kinds of pictures on Snapchat. Then disappear. In fact, I didn't hear from this girl after 6 months. The most that would happen was I would walk by her at the high school, but she would pretend I didn't exist. Well, when the next semester started at school, I was still screwing around, not listening, not doing my work, just being a total drag on my own life. But a new girl caught my eye. She had long, straight, beautiful hair, and I thought she was awesome. She ended up being the girl I had my first time with, someone I truly cared about.
That was
But
weird
we
and
only
awkward.
dated for about 2 months, because due to my behavior, I got kicked out of public school. My grades were terrible. I just didn't care enough about my work or the teachers who were giving it to me. Not to mention she and I were growing apart, because of some personal drama brewing between my buddies and hers.
I've forgotten how to do a lot in the past year, especially how to talk to people in real life. Yesterday, my mailman asked me how I was doing, and I just screamed, no! That's why I'm speaking with an expert on interpersonal relations. So, Professor, how do I do good at talk like before time?
Well, I think it's important to remember that half of talking.
At my first day at an alternative school, I sent her a simple and painful message, and I tried not to cry as I texted it. I don't think this will work out. I gotta go. You were the greatest thing in a long time for me, but I need to get my act together. I'm sorry. She didn't like that one bit. Throughout my first day, I got dings constantly from my pocket, and when I wouldn't reply to her texts, she began to message me non-stop on Snapchat, as that's always been the next best way to get a hold of me. And as I didn't turn the notifications off fast enough, I had my phone taken away. Yay, I thought. I got home at 3 that day, and by 10 p.m. I was out. I crashed in my bed, but not too long after, something woke me up. It was a notification from Snapchat, a picture with a message. Of course, it was from her. It was a message that sent chills down my spine. The picture showed a gun in someone's drawer, and the message read, "If you really do this, if you really think you're going to leave me, then I'll be getting my family together. My mom, my uncle, my stepdad. We'll meet you at your house. will show you what happens when you hurt someone like me. I was astonished, to say the least, to think that someone I really thought
Beamer.
cared would threaten me like
Cool.
that. And I didn't believe it anyway. I ignored it, and I went to sleep. As per usual, I woke up in the morning, took my shower,
See what's
went to
else up
school,
in here.
ignored the other kids who didn't really like me. Same old, same
Oh,
old. And when I got home that day,
fair lady.
there was a car and truck in front of my house that I didn't recognize. My heart stopped. Was she serious? Did she have her family take a hit out on me? Better yet, I noticed that the truck
No, and I
had
might
gotten
buy this
mounted
fair
to the
lady
back
in that,
glass of the windows. I wasn't about to go home and risk my life, so I tried to stay out of sight. My friend Lauren was around the
25,000.
corner, thank God.
I'ma
I asked
buy
him
it.
if I could
I
jump
gotta
his fence
know.
over to my house so I could
Garage,
get in the back way.
we're gonna
He
take
didn't
it to the
mind,
garage.
and he even decided to take him and his sister to the front yard and scope out the situation. While they made for a distraction, I jumped into my backyard and went inside.
Nothing.
From the windows, I could see that my ex's posse was on the porch. Luckily, I didn't see that anyone had a gun. I was home alone, and I'll admit I was nervous. If she was going to threaten me like that, and her family was going to back her up on it, I was honestly scared that they would break in at any second to take out their vengeance on me. But soon, maybe an hour later, they left. Everything was normal for the rest of the day, except for another message on Snapchat, along with another new, creepy picture. Again, it was from my ex. She said, "So my family doesn't have the guts to do it, but I will. You better hope I don't see you out in public." The picture showed some duct tape, some rope, and what looked
Oh
like a
shit.
box cutter.
It's not funny, but
This
it's funny.
assured me that this girl really did mean harm. I was beginning to fear for my own safety out in public. A few weeks go by without any incidents, and I was beginning to calm down. I met a new girl at school, someone who helped me with my homework, someone who cared enough to help me get on track. One day we were at the park sitting on the bench. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw something that made my heart stop. And of course, it was my ex. She was just eyeballing me, wide-eyed, from across the way. Instantly, I looked at my girlfriend, and I told her we need to get up and go. So we got up and left in my car. But
Not
only
a good
seconds later,
pitch.
after we pulled out of the park, I got a message. Luckily, it wasn't from her. It was actually from Lauren, my neighbor and friend. But he was pretty angry, because apparently she got his Snapchat info. She was now harassing him with the same sort of threats and creepy pictures out of nowhere. Well, I drove my girlfriend home, then I went to my house. Later that night, I heard a doorbell. And to be honest, it made me jump. You better believe I checked the windows before I ever thought of answering the door. I was home alone, and I didn't expect anyone to be home just yet. I didn't see anyone outside, and I didn't open the door. But throughout the night, I swear I heard someone walking through the bushes around the house. I heard scratching at my doors, like it was some wild animal trying to get in. And in the morning, when I finally had the courage to step outside, when my parents were home, someone had keyed a message into my brother's old Buick, in big sloppy letters, with one word: die. My family notified the cops and sent them to my ex-girlfriend's house. And I let them know that while I was with her, she did show me some paraphernalia in her back room. She was into the harder things, if you catch my drift, the much more illegal stuff. And thank God, the cops found plenty of things in that back room. She got in a lot of trouble and was sent to a special school by herself a few towns over. I was so thankful that I didn't hear from her again. All the bad happening stopped. I started working hard. I began to make
Nigga
better
ratted
grades.
on his
I even
ex.
started a lawnmower business with Lauren. I'm finally happy and safe. And none of that is thanks to my crazy ex-girlfriend. Let's never run into each other again.
I just finished my freshman year at college. I'm a female, and Snapchat is my main way of communicating with my friends. One day,
That's car dirty as shit.
that a boy named Ryan had added me. I opened Snapchat and added him back. I checked his snaps.
Might change
He saw that it was
it.
52,000, so he seemed to be a real guy. His username was Ryan, and then a bunch of numbers that I can't remember.
Oh, I don't even got no spark plugs up in this hole.
Who is this? About a minute later, he responded. I opened his snap, which was all black, and said, I saw you on Quick Add and thought I should add you. I left him on red after that, but I didn't delete him.
I just want to see if it's gonna
Within a
start.
couple hours, I had forgotten all about him. That night, I was laying in bed and watching some TV before I went to sleep. I started to hear a light tapping on my window. I shut off the TV so that I could hear it better.
It ain't even got no damn. Oh my god.
There was two large bushes in front
I
of
gotta
me.
do this on the lift.
All I could see was leaves and darkness. Then I saw it. My hand came up.
Oh, this nigga took out everything.
I ran out of my room and got my dad, who was in the living room watching TV. He went outside and returned several minutes later, saying he didn't see anyone. I went back into my bedroom and tried to sleep. It took me a long time, but there was no more tapping on my window, and eventually I got some sleep. The next morning, I woke up and checked my phone.
Alright, guess we gotta start getting this.
It was a picture of my house that said, "Why didn't you open your window for me last night?" I went to respond, but he had deleted me. I thought about going to the police, but all I had was his username, and I figured there was nothing that could be done. That night, I was once again laying in bed and relaxing before I got tired enough to sleep. Once again, I heard tapping. This time, instead of running to find my dad, I texted him on my phone and said that the tapping was going on again. It continued for about another minute before I heard commotion outside my window and the sound of my dad yelling. I then called the police, and within 5 minutes they arrived. My dad was holding down the man, who turned out to be in his 30s, and the man was arrested. Since this happened, I turned off my Snap Maps, and I don't add people back unless...
What if the embodiment of mortality and the merc with a mouth fell in love, settled down,
I don't see no
and
prior
created a
steering
life
wheel.
together?
Prior
Now
steering.
that question isn't as
I
absurd
had.
as you might
Oh,
think.
golly.
Death and Deadpool's romance is a long-running affair. It makes
No prior
sense, really.
steering.
Death can't have Deadpool because Deadpool can't die.
Let's put you up in there.
And there it goes. You want, but you can't have.
I know that.
Did I put a battery? Yeah, I did put a battery in there.
This happened a few weeks ago. At about 10 p.m. on a Sunday night, my best friend texted me and asked me to come over. He said that a girl he had been Snapchatting wanted to come over and hang out, and she was bringing a friend, so I should hang out with them. He said we were all probably just going to sit and chill in the car and chat. I didn't really want to go, but he's my best friend, and he's like a brother to me, so I thought, why not be spontaneous? I drove to his house and parked on the side of the road in front. He came out and got into the car with me. He said he had been Snapchatting with this girl for about a month, and she seemed pretty cool. He showed his Snap Map to me, which showed the location of his friends if they had it on. The girl had hers on, and it showed her on the road, which was about 10 minutes away. My friend and I hung out for a while in my car, then checked on her Snap Map again. It showed her in a city that was past us. My friend was confused as to where she was going, and so he sent her a snap. We waited several minutes for her to reply, but she never did. We checked her map again and saw her in the parking lot of a park, which was about 20 minutes away. My friend tried calling her, but she didn't pick up. It was now almost midnight, and we decided to call it off and both go home and go to bed. Just then, she snapped my friend back and said she was on her way. I decided to let her come over after all, and said okay. About 20 minutes later, we saw a car pull up into the street and park about 20 feet behind us.
Shit,
My
good
friend
ass
pulled out of the
condition.
car and in front of her.
Just dirty as shit.
We watched her get out, and when she did, we could see there was at least 3 large men in the car with her. Did you see that? My friend asked. The men? I said. Yes, he responded. She got out and started to walk to our car. After she got about 10 feet, my friend told me to drive. I put the car in drive and pulled out of there. As I did,
Oh, I forgot to put the fuel pump in there.
just stood there.
My guy.
She drove up to her and
Slow.
she got back in. I pulled off my friend's street and could see the car was starting to follow us. I turned as soon as I could and tried to lose the car. I drove a couple of miles toward the middle school that was near us, and I could barely see the car behind us. When I started to drive past the school, I could see a police car sitting in the parking lot, so I drove in and entered the parking lot. The car started to follow us and then drove past. We parked next to the cop, and he questioned us what we were doing. We told him the story, and when my friend went to pull up the Snapchat, he had already been blocked. The cop told us to go home, and we did. I'm glad my friend told me to drive, because I don't know what would have happened to us. This story happened to me about 3 years ago. Back then, I was really into Snapchat, and I used it
Yeah,
more
so
than any
the
other
best gonna
form of
start now.
communication.
Let's put you outside, so
I had a
just
lot
get
of
right
friends
into the
on
whip.
Snapchat, and a good number of them I didn't even know.
Actually, a nice looking
Or
car.
maybe they went to the same school as me. I remember a girl named Nadia posted on her story that she was selling her MacBook Pro computer for $1,000.
The engine can't be started. Why is that? I don't feel like fixing it
So I
right now.
responded to her story saying I was interested,
What the fuck wrong with this engine right now?
and we settled on $900. We agreed to meet the next day in the parking lot of a garden center just off a highway.
Let's just air
It was about a 40-minute drive
filter.
for me, and I arrived to see the
Well,
place
let's
was
look
pretty
at the
quiet.
starter.
About 5 to 10 cars in the parking lot.
The starter
I
looks
snapped her
good.
and told her I was there.
Okay.
She responded by asking what kind of car I was in. I told her, and she said she would be right there.
Gearbox is fucked.
I looked around, but I didn't see anybody in the parking lot. Just some empty cars. I was parked next to some trees.
Alright, you know what? Might just make a whole new engine.
I started to go on my phone when suddenly out of nowhere I heard something hit the back of my car. I turned around to see a man behind my car. Then I heard something come from the front end of my car. And when I looked, I saw another man out of my windshield.
What
They both
engine
started
block
hitting my
is
car from
this?
the front to back. I scrambled to start my engine.
16
The
L24.
men tried to block me, and by grabbing on
Let's
to
just
the
create a
front
whole
end of
new
my car,
engine. I don't feel
so that I
like
couldn't get
tearing
out
that shit
without hitting
apart. Create
I
an
was able to turn and
engine.
push one of the men back just enough so that I had some space to turn and then back out. They both came running to my car and hit it a couple times, but I floored it and was able to get out of
Can
there.
we put a
I
V12 in
drove
this hoe?
straight home. When I got home, my car sustained some damage, but nothing too serious. I never bothered to report the incident because when I got back, of course, I was blocked by Nadia. This story happened to me last summer. I'm a 20-year-old guy and in my junior year of college. I was just relaxing on my phone in bed one night a little bit past 1 a.m. I was right about to go to sleep when I saw the Snapchat notification on the top of my screen that a girl named Caitlin Smith had added me. Her name sounded sort of familiar to me, but I couldn't say that I knew who she was. So I went to the app and
Should I make an electric car?
then I went to Instagram and looked up her name to see if I recognized her. Unfortunately, there was very
No,
few girls by
I'm
the name
making an
of
electric
Caitlin
car.
Smith to come up, so I had no idea which one was her, if any. I went on Snapchat again and looked at her snap score. When I saw that it was only 5, I immediately realized that this was probably a fake account, and then I deleted her on Snapchat. After that, I went to bed. The next morning when I woke up, my phone had several Snapchats on it from Caitlin Smith.
Alright, now what's gonna make.
At that point,
I'm not trying
I
to.
had my Snapchat set
Right
up.
here.
People that weren't my friends could still send me
I don't even
Snapchats.
think I could put an electric engine in that bitch though, but I would try it.
First one read, "You do
Alright. We're gonna
second
go
one
right
said,
here. We'll go here.
The next two snaps were both
You know,
pictures, and they were all black
and
with
so
text of her cursing at me in various ways. I was pretty alarmed to see this, and when I clicked on her account once again, I saw that I had been blocked by her. I really didn't
we're
know
gonna
who
see.
this was or why they were messing with me.
It's actually kind of dope if we can make an electric car out of that shit.
When I opened up my blinds in my bedroom window that morning, it revealed a sticky note that was stuck to it from the outside. I had to go outside to retrieve it to see what was written on it, and when I read it, it said, "Watch yourself." I remembered after that my Snapchat location was always on, and even though I had deleted the Caitlin user, we had still been friends for a good 10 minutes, which was more than enough time for her to screenshot my place on the map. I ended up texting all of my friends asking them if this was a joke, but to this day they all seriously deny it, and I really don't think it was any of them. Nothing happened again, but I've since made sure that my location.
It's time to spread your wings. And your flippers. It's time to breathe the air. Dance in the streets. And excite your senses.
Do I know what I'm looking for? I don't.
Now,
Ain't working on no electric car yet.
it's time to see the world again. SeaWorld. For the best deals and offers, visit SeaWorld.com.
Things we don't ever need to experience again.
Well, I'm gonna work on one today. Okay, we got you. So,
Remembering phone numbers.
alright.
Renting movies.
If they let me put it in here, that's gonna be crazy.
Running with a CD player.
Motherfucker be sounding
Only one way
super
to buy a car.
nice.
CarMax gives you options. You can buy on our lot, online, or any
But I'll make sure I'm have to get a regular engine for the car too, though. So,
where it should be. CarMax.
ain't like I'm gonna put the shit up anyway. Okay, so, fuck with electricity. You son of a bitch.
And just recently graduated high school last year.
Alright.
This was by far the scariest thing to ever happen to me in my life. It all started midway through my senior year. I was relatively popular in high school, and I would get added on Snapchat by new people almost every day. I had so many friends on Snapchat that I didn't even know
Alright, I
would be
see. Go back up in here.
I was home alone.
Take y'all two out.
Watching Netflix while my parents were out shopping. I casually went on Snapchat and saw that I had several new snaps. One of them was from a username that I didn't recognize.
Got that.
I didn't know who this was, but I occasionally got snaps from people that I didn't know. And if I didn't want to talk to them, I just delete them and it was no problem. After responding to a few of my friends, I opened up the snap from the user that I didn't know to see who this was. Their username was pretty strange.
Okay.
It was like a bunch of random letters and then numbers that didn't spell any words or anything. When I opened up the snap, it was a video of a house. The video started by showing the house from the street and then zooming in towards a window. When I looked at the video for the second time, I saw that the house was mine. It was nighttime in the snap, just as it was outside, so it seemed to have just been taken. This immediately creeped me out, and I went from being relaxed to outright scared. The snap had been sent from the user 22 minutes ago, so I was hoping they had left. But just to be safe, I slowly looked out my window towards the street. When I did, I couldn't see anyone or anything. It all seemed quiet like a normal night. That made me feel a little bit better. But then I got another Snapchat from the user. With my hands shaking, I went to Snapchat and opened it up to see.
I want to see.
This time, it showed the inside of a basement, which I immediately recognized to be mine. We had an unfinished basement.
Take off from engine bay.
And I recognized
It's gonna be crazy as shit.
I
Lift up. We're gonna take that shit right up off.
Then I quietly listened next to my door for any noises as I dialed 911.
Move you over
Whispered
there.
into the phone as the operator answered.
We want to take
I
the oil
explained
out.
what was going on. I then went into my closet and hid.
If I can make this shit electric, that's crazy.
10 to 15 minutes.
But I don't think I can, because I'm gonna need a gearbox for that shit,
Seemed like
though.
such a long time. The first 5 minutes went by, and they felt like an hour, but I
don't
didn't hear
know,
any
we'll
noises
see.
or anything. Then I got another Snapchat from the user. I didn't care, and I wasn't going to open it because I knew it would only make me scared. But then I started to get more and more snaps from the person, and they were blowing up my phone. After that, they tried calling me. I stuffed my phone into some of my clothes and just waited for the police to arrive. A couple of minutes went by until I heard the terrifying sound of my bedroom doorknob being turned. I was glad I had locked the door, but I didn't know if whoever this was would be able to break it down or not. Just as I was thinking this,
Nope, I cannot put in no.
and at the same time I heard this,
Oh, that's bullshit. That would have been kind of dope.
there was not another bang, and instead I heard the noise of someone running away.
Well, I can put it up in here though, since I already got.
When they did, the man had run away. I was just grateful to be alive and well. The police stayed with me until my parents arrived home, and the person who was in our house ended up being caught about an hour later. He turned out to be a guy who had gone to my high school 3 years before me and had stalked me from my Snapchat to see where I lived. I don't know why he broke into my house, but he got in through a basement window. I figured I didn't hear it because I had my headphones in when I was watching Netflix. I later got the courage to look at the final snaps he sent me, and they were chilling. The first one was a video of my bedroom door with him approaching. Then, it was a picture of my door with the words "Come out" in all caps. And finally, he sent a picture of his face with an extremely creepy smile.
I think I'm done for today. Just lay down, talk to some people. Oh, hold on. Before that, let's open this damn crate. I hope I get a bar map out of it. Let's see, first, I got a bar map. It's gonna last. I got another crate. Let's see what I can find in this barn before I get off. First, got a crate. Last, bonus. Come on, we need another barn map. Got another crate. Alright. I'm getting a bunch of crates though. I got another bonus. Got another crate. Yeah, there, crate. Crate. Alright. Only one barn map out of that whole damn thing. XP. Some money. Okay. Well, let's see if I can find a Lamborghini. See another one. Snapchat, chat, horror stories. Too dark web anime.
What do you want to do?
Oh, a truck.
Everyone follow me.
That's what's up. Love to get it.
Remember the plan. Take all the food, take all
That would be a kind of a nice route to actually work on.
Hello, Larry.
Kathy! I told you I'd be back for those tomatoes.
38.
You did.
I might find a barn. Nope. At least a crate. Nope. Light.
So, what do you want to do?
Well. Alright.
Survive.
Trying to see what I can find over here. Nothing.
The Walking Dead Survivors. Play now.
Actually, I kind of want to buy this damn truck though. I'm gonna buy it. Put you in the garage. No point in putting you out there if I'm not gonna work on you right
Brian
away.
Wilkins needs a new heart. 6 words that
Nothing
changed my
there.
life. This is my story.
Want
A
to
few
just
years
buy
ago,
a couple
my mom
cars,
had a car
work on
accident.
them, and
She
leave
was
it
fine,
like that.
but her car was totaled. We weren't well
Nothing.
off, so I knew this was going to
A
hurt us
Corvette.
financially.
My
Brian told me
goddamn.
about GoFundMe.
You just
He
made
said all
my
I would need
day.
to do was provide some photos and a sad
Nothing
story
there.
about my mom's current predicament,
Nothing
and people would
there.
donate. A week later, we
Oh
managed to
yeah,
get
drop
$92,000
top,
from
baby.
Facebook friends and strangers. With that money, we were able to fix
I'm
her
actually
apartment
gonna
and
buy
have
it
money
and
left
put it in
over.
the garage.
It was truly a miracle.
Just
This
got
is
us
the
a
type of stuff
Corvette.
I feel that
Didn't even
technology
notice
was
it.
truly meant for. I started giving back to the online community myself, helping people
Shit
in need,
there.
and sending a few dollars here and there for good causes felt great.
Shit there.
Then, on August 17th, I received an anonymous email with the subject line that was the first sentence of this post.
Shit
Brian
there.
Wilkins needs a new heart, it read.
And
The only
shit
problem
there.
is that Brian Wilkins is me. That is my name. It seemed like a prank, so I went ahead and opened the attachment. It came from a website called crowdfund.onion. I was aware that websites with the ending of .onion were associated with the dark web. This sparked my curiosity, as I had dabbled with the dark web back in college. I still had the Tor browser on my computer. I copied and pasted the link. The site looked exactly like the GoFundMe site. The only difference was that the website was titled Crowdfund. My crowdfund profile read as follows. August 19th changed Brian's life forever when he was tragically stabbed outside of his apartment by a masked assailant and left for dead. Local neighbors heard him struggling for aid, choking on his own blood, and called 911. Currently, Brian's receiving care at... Didn't even bother to finish reading the morbid article. How could anyone write anything so perverse? The goal was set for $3,000, and the bottom box explained how the funding worked. Finally, things started to make sense to me in the most dark and twisted way. Crowdfund is a way to help the community give back
Ain't
to
even no
themselves
battery in
by
there.
preventing
Should
bad
have
things
checked
from
other
happening
cars.
through support
My
and
dumb
commitment.
ass.
Your donation toward our fundraiser will prevent such a violent crime from happening. The wording was very specific. But I knew what the implication was. If I didn't pay this money, in 2 days someone would come to kill me. I sat there for a long time and looked around the area nervously. Who had sent this to me? Should I go to the police? It seemed absurd to consider they would be able to plan out such an attack against me, and also inform me of how it would all go down. No sort of computer algorithm could be that accurate. I decided to choose an alternate path, and closed down my computer before calling my friend Tom to see if I could come to his house for the next few days. I figured that if I was nowhere near where the crime would be meant to take place, then I would be safe. A few hours later, I was in a cab, minding my own business. I decided to download the Tor browser on my phone and go back to the crowdfund site to see if there were any changes. To my horror, the fundraiser had changed. I tried not to freak out as I read the new information. Brian Wilkins was on his way to a friend's house for the weekend when tragedy struck and a diesel driver fell asleep at the wheel. This caused Brian's driver to veer off the road and ultimately cut Brian's young life short. I asked the driver to pull over at the next stop in a panic. I got out and paced the gas station, trying to figure out what was happening. I was young and naive. I called my father, convinced that seemed like the best idea. He picked up the phone, and I explained the whole situation to him. He responded, "These people are bottom feeders. They take advantage of things like getting a free meal. But in this case, they've raised the stakes to threaten you. Give them some cash, and they should go away." Of course, that was easier said than done. I was broke. "Dad, can you help me?" I asked. I was desperate, but he wasn't taking it as seriously as me. "Brian, these people aren't going to do anything to you. I've seen 100 different people get scammed on the dark web by stuff simpler than this. You just need to calm down, turn around, and go home. It will be fine." I calmed down a little and looked toward the horizon. Maybe he was right. This was getting out of control. I used my phone to order another Uber and tried to ignore the notifications I was getting from the crowdfund website. Every few miles, another buzz in my pocket was forcing me to look down. I wanted to ignore it. But what if Dad was wrong? What if these people really were going to do me harm? I finally
Bruh,
gave in
seriously,
and felt my
just
heart
2
drop
wheels.
as I read through the messages. It got worse and worse the further I read. Then all of a sudden,
safely at home. The funding has ended, it simply said. Then I noticed a link to a new fundraiser. It was for my father. An assassination attempt. It read, Dennis Wilkins was driving to visit his son Brian when he experienced a terrible fender bender, which wound up flipping his car. The paramedics have taken him to a miracle clinic where he is currently on life support. I panicked and called Dad immediately. They went to voicemail. Pull over now! I couldn't help but to wonder if any of this was possible. Why was he coming to see me? Was I really in danger? I tried to call again. Brian, why are you calling me? I'm driving right. Dad, whatever you were doing, you need to stop. Someone is following you, I told him frantically. Brian, what are you talking about? Is this about that dark web business? I told you not to worry about... Then I heard the sickening sound of screeching tires. I clutched the phone harder and listened as my dad screamed louder than I had ever heard him do before. The crunching of metal, the sound of fire. I could see it all happening as I listened. And then the crashing of glass, the explosion of a ball of flames, his head slamming onto the windshield. And then only silence. The light went dead. And my phone buzzed again with a new notification. We tried to warn you. Hey, you. Would you like to get access to 4 exclusive bonus stories every month? Of course you would. So check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/drnosleep. Just look at what my current patrons have said about the bonus stories. These are just a few of the comments they left. So if you want access to these exclusive stories too, be sure to sign up at patreon.com/drnosleep. You can find the link in the video description. And now back to the story.
Sometimes I wonder what this city looked like before all this. Probably like many others. People had their ambitions, plans.
No battery, so I won't start.
The virus started it, but it was the people who made the world the way it is. This city, Villador.
I'm not a computer genius by any means. In fact, I'm the kind of person who sees a clearly fake ad telling me I'm the 1 millionth visitor and briefly believes it before my mind snaps back to it.
Actually, a good-looking car.
Time and my naive nature, I still hadn't fallen victim to any major scams. Apart from a couple of viruses easily removed, I was lucky. So when I accidentally became a witness in a major arms dealing operation, it's safe to say I hadn't the faintest clue on how it
This car's still pretty much brand new. One thing that's missing is ECU type.
He knew I was an idiot, but my
so it's a couple of shit that's missing.
As long as I promised not to
And I
lie
can
or
just
download
buy.
anything before asking him. Henry was a great guy.
It's not too hard.
Overprotective. A typical geek.
Nothing look like nothing is rusted on the bodywork.
Protected against malicious programs and people. With that,
actually, no, it doesn't look like nothing is rusted on the bodywork.
to see a whole new world filled with things that could never exist on the regular web. Most of it because it was simply useless. But among the excess dirt and poorly designed websites, I found a few interesting places. Websites selling drugs, weapons or sex, forums dedicated to making bombs, and so on. I never clicked on any weird links, nor did I interact with anyone on the forums. I just lurked in the background, observing the strange new world. But then I noticed something that sent a firm shock throughout my body.
So much money I made off that, about 6 G's.
I'd been so careful, hadn't clicked on anything, hadn't put in any personal
How much money am I made off of
limited
this?
knowledge I possessed about computers.
Minus 13 years to take the engine and shit out.
Only that it was bypassing the virtual system and installing
I might as well just remake the whole engine.
more embarrassed than afraid, but I knew I had to alert Henry for help. So putting my
From
limited
it.
pride aside,
Inside, yeah, that might work.
Hey Henry, I think I messed up. A file downloaded itself onto my computer. I think it might be a virus or something, I typed in. I could practically hear him sigh as he started to type in a response. Yeah, I figured that might happen. That's why I set up a virtual system. Don't worry, the file should be contained. Well, I didn't know much. Even I could tell that the file wasn't trapped inside the system. It was on my actual computer. I don't think so. Look, I typed in as I took a screenshot. How the hell did you manage that? He immediately sent back. Damn, just don't open it. I'll come by and help. I'll be there in 20 minutes. I sat back and decided not to touch the computer anymore. At least until I could get proper tech support. But even without touching the new file, an installation window popped up without any cancellation option. Within a few minutes, it had installed itself onto my computer. No sooner had it finished than a chat window popped up on the screen. I expected some sex ad or claims that I'd won $100,000, but instead, I just got a list of numbers. 44.0.
That's all that is, just clean it inside.
-103.95425.
I just did all that earlier.
At first I didn't understand them, but after a short while, it dawned on me that they were coordinates. I quickly opened up a map and pasted them in. They showed Black Hills National Forest in South Dakota. Not even that far away.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna get done with this tomorrow.
7 a.m. Monday. The package will be buried on Sunday, was the response. It was listed, but I figured it was a conversation.